Good morning, Magic. I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast. And in Core Set 2021, we've got an old returning favorite, Solemn Simulacrum. It's the first time this card will appear in Standard since M12, so basically 9 years ago. It's also become a Commander staple in that time, so kind of a big deal. But where did this card begin? Today I want to tell you the story of Solemn Simulacrum. You see, it all starts in 2002 at the Magic Invitational. The Magic Invitational was an old tournament series, and the winner got to design their very own Magic card. Previous Invitational cards included things like Darwin Castle's Avalanche Riders or Mike Long's Rootwater Thief, and everyone had to submit their cards in advance. So actually, we got to see what all the cards were. For example, here's John Finkel's Dying Shadow Mage, a reference to his other Invitational card, Shadow Mage Infiltrator. And here's Chris Bakula's Goblin Savant, which I'll note is way ahead of its time. Good work, Chris. It exiles the top card of your library and lets you play it for just this turn, a red mechanic we wouldn't use until about 15 years later. And so 16 players were invited to this very prestigious event, happening at Wizards of the Coast headquarters and played on the then pretty new Magic Online. It's kind of a fun image over here of what it looked like back then. And so when the dust settled, Jens Thorén had taken down Tommy Wallamies, his own roommate, to win the tournament. Interestingly, if Tommy had ended up winning, this is the card he would have made. I think I prefer Solemn Simulacrum personally. Here's the card that Jens submitted over here, Forest Folk. And actually, I reached out to Jens Thorén for this video to talk with him about winning the Invitational and his card design. And here's what he had to say. The idea actually came from his friend, Johan Sadapor. Jens was looking for ideas and Johan had a pretty fun one of this creature that gave you a bonus when it entered or left the battlefield. One of the big cards at the time was Astral Slide, and this card comboed with it perfectly. You would get a card and a land every single time you flickered it out. And they talked about a few different versions. They talked about a 3-mana version that was a 1/1, a 4-mana version that was a 2/2 with flying, but ultimately this is the one that they submitted. And so then Jens sent it in, and Game Design, R&D, had their crack at it. Jens does want to say, by the way, that he's really happy the card got turned into an artifact. It means it could see play across all kinds of different formats and all kinds of different decks. Okay, so Jens sent in the card, but what happened next? I dug up the old Mirrodin card file to see what might have happened to this card. The biggest change they tried was trying it at a 3-mana 2/1 creature in green, which lasted for a whole 3 days. It didn't take very long to figure out that card was bananas. Other than that, they tried it at a 2/1 for 4 mana, but it ended up sticking at a 2/2, so Jens actually nailed it the first time around. Although note, it was changed to only give you a card when it died, so you didn't draw a card every time you blinked it too. Another cool part about winning the Invitational is that you got to get your face on the card in the art. So here's Jens Thorén as Solemn Simulacrum in Mirrodin, and the card was affectionately nicknamed Sad Robot soon after it released. Aww. And since then, it showed up in all kinds of sets, from Kaladesh Masterpieces all the way up to now, where you can find it in Core Set 2021. And there's the sweet new borderless version too, so keep your eye out for that one. Now, this is the part of the video where I tell you to subscribe and watch my other videos. You know what to do from here. And until next time, may all your designs turn out as well as Solemn Simulacrum. You got this.